It was meant to be the beginning of the answer to Haiti's problems. A transitional council called for by the United States and leaders from the CARICOM Caribbean trading bloc, which would name an interim prime minister and work towards elections in the country. But Haiti's politicians can't agree who should fill the 7 voting positions on the council, with some leaders rejecting it altogether. Like Gu Felipe, a former rebel and convicted in the US of money laundering.
So it's the same guy, the same old guys, the same corrupted men that drove us where we are, the same one that armed the gangs, the youngsters in the ghettos. That's the same guys that the United States want to put back in power. It's not up to United States or friends, not to CARICOM to decide who can rule Haiti, who can govern Haiti. It's up to the Haitian people to decide what kind of people they want to govern them.
While the politicians argue, Haiti burns. On Thursday, it was the country's national prison which went up in flames. Luckily, the prisoners had already been moved. And gangs remain in charge of most of the capital. The most powerful leader, Jimmy Cherizier, popularly known as Barbecue, also rejects the transitional council. Perhaps because its members would be bound to commit to a 1,000-strong Kenyan police force being deployed in the country, mostly funded by the US. It would inevitably affect the gang's own power on the streets. Meanwhile, for the most part, Haiti's airport, ports and borders remain closed. The only slim line of contact with the outside world, an air bridge that the United Nations says it's going to set up between the country and here in the neighbouring Dominican Republic. The US State Department spokesperson told Al Jazeera he still expected the Transitional Council to form.
As you just heard me say, just in the past few hours, we've seen a number of names submitted for this Presidential Transitional Council. We want to see it get off the ground as soon as possible. We want to see an interim prime minister appointed as soon as possible.
An island of optimism as the hopes of an immediate solution, or just the start of one, appeared to diminish. John Holman, Al Jazeera, the Dominican Republic.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.